You know what's interesting? When a business owner tells me that they have a profit problem, they're usually looking for something big, right? They think their pricing must be completely wrong, or that their overhead is too high, or that they just need more sales. They need to probably cut a position. Something has to be seriously broken, right? But a lot of the time, that's not what I find. It's the little things, like the really little things. Maybe an invoice that goes out a week late, an estimate that sits just a little too long, an extra hour on every job, materials that never really make it onto the invoice, or a change order that somebody forgot to get signed. And none of those things in the moment feels like a crisis. But when you have 10 or 15 of them happening every single week, now we're talking about real money. So today I want to talk about those little things that could be costing your business a ton of money, how to start spotting them yourself, and most importantly, how to figure out which ones are actually worth fixing. Because I don't want you running around trying to make your business perfect. That's not the goal. The goal is to figure out which small changes actually put more money back in your pocket. And if we haven't met yet, I'm Shannon Howard. I'm the founder of Denali Edge Consulting, and I help business owners figure out where their profit is actually going and fix the financial and operational problems underneath it. And this is exactly the kind of stuff that I love digging into. So, all right, let's get into it. Most business owners I talk to are busy. They're booked out. They've got a great reputation. They're doing everything right. But when they actually sit down and look at their numbers, something doesn't quite add up. The profit doesn't match the effort, and it's usually not a sales problem. It's a visibility problem. I'm Shannon Howard. I work with HVAC owners, electricians, plumbers, and contractors to uncover hidden profit, fix those leaks, and help you keep more of what you earn. This is Profit Isn't an Accident. Okay, so let me give you a really simple example. You finish a $20,000 job on Friday. Great job, customer's happy, the crew moves on to the next one. Except the invoice doesn't go out Friday, right? Monday comes and everybody's busy. And then Tuesday, somebody realizes they're missing something from the project manager. He's in the field, so Wednesday comes and goes. Thursday, somebody finally gets what they need. Friday, the invoice goes out. So did you lose $20,000? No. And that's exactly why nobody thinks there's a problem. But you just delayed $20,000 of cash coming into your business by an entire week. Now, tell me that happens once. And okay, but what if that's just how you invoice? What if it happens on every single job? Now, we don't have an invoicing annoyance, right? We have an operational problem that's affecting your cash flow. And that is what I want you to start noticing. Because your financial problems and your operational problems, they're not two separate things, okay? What happens in operations eventually shows up in your numbers every single time. And here's another one that I see all the time. A job that was supposed to take 8 hours, it took 9. Who cares, right? It was just an hour. Except, was it? How many guys were on that job? Okay, 3. Okay, now it's 3 labor hours. How many jobs did that happen on this week? How many this month? How many over the course of an entire year? That one extra hour, it starts getting really damn expensive. And this is where owners get themselves in trouble because they're looking at each of these incidents individually. Oh, we went over a little on this one. Oh, you know what? We forgot to bill that. Oh, we had to run back and grab materials. Oh, we gave that customer one extra thing. Oh, somebody had to go back and fix something. Whatever, until you add up 12 months of whatever. And then we're wondering why the business did $1 million in revenue and there's nothing left. This is why I talk so much about profit leaks, because usually nobody walked into your bank account and took 50 grand. You would notice that, but it's 200 here or 500 there, an hour here, a missed markup there, a callback, maybe some wasted material, a discount that nobody really needed to give, a customer who hasn't paid you in 70 days, a job that was quoted using numbers from 2 years ago. That's how profit disappears, quietly. And because each individual thing feels small, nobody stops long enough to fix it, right? But we're too busy to fix all of that. And I already know what some of you are thinking. Shannon, that sounds great, but we are slammed. I don't have time to chase every little inefficiency in my company. Good. I really don't want you to. Seriously. Please do not listen to this episode and walk into Monday morning with a clipboard trying to fix 47 things. Your employees will hate me, and you're probably going to hate me too. That's not what we're doing. I want you to find the things that repeat. That's the difference. One mistake, probably just a mistake, the same mistake every single week. Now we're on to something. Because repetitive problems compound. And repetitive problems, right, are usually pointing you toward a process that's missing. It's broken, it's unclear, or it's simply not being followed. So how do you figure out what matters? You follow the money. That's it. You start asking, where are we doing work that we aren't getting paid for? Where are we spending more labor hours than we estimated? Where are materials getting missed? And how long does it take us to actually invoice after a job is complete? How many callbacks are we doing? How much are we discounting? How much money is sitting in AR right now? And how many change orders are happening after the original quote? And here's a big one. Do we know actually which jobs are profitable? Not which jobs bring in the most revenue, but which ones actually make money? Because those are two very different questions. And this is where owning the business gets tricky. You're in it every single day. So some of this stuff just becomes normal. We've always done it that way. That customer just takes forever to pay. My guys always forget their time. We usually just eat the extra materials. I'm the only one who knows how to do that. Listen to yourself when you say things like that, because there may be money hiding right behind that sentence. The things that annoy you over and over and over again are often telling you exactly where to look. And sometimes the problem isn't even that you don't know something is happening, because you do know. You just haven't attached a dollar amount to it yet. That changes things. It's one thing to say, yeah, you know what, our invoicing is a little slow. It's another thing to realize that you consistently have 80 grand sitting out there because of it. So now we care. And I really want to drive this part home for you, because I see owners immediately jump to, I just need more customers, I need more lead, I need more revenue. And maybe you do, but before you go out to get more work, make sure your business knows how to make money on the work that it already has. Because if your processes are leaking profit at $1 million in revenue, what do you think happens when you get to 2? You don't magically fix the leaks. You usually just make them bigger. More jobs, more people, more material, more invoices. These are just more opportunities for every broken little process to cost you money. Growth magnifies what's already there, good and bad. So here's what I want you to do. Don't try to fix anything yet. For 1 week, I just want you to pay attention. Every time something happens in your business that makes you say, again, write it down. We had to go back to the supplier again. We forgot to bill something again. The customer called because nobody followed up again. Payroll took me 3 hours to fix again. Somebody forgot to get the approval again. We're waiting on information before we can do the final invoice again. Write it down, because I promise you there are patterns happening inside your business right now. And once you see the pattern, then we can figure out what it's costing you. And then we get to decide whether it's worth fixing. That's how you start improving profit without just screaming more sales at the business. And if you're listening to this thinking, okay, Shannon, I know money is leaking somewhere, but I have no freaking clue where to start, I made something for you. I put together a free book specifically to help business owners start looking at their businesses differently and understand why more revenue doesn't automatically mean more profit or more money in your pocket. Because sometimes you don't need another customer. You need to keep more of the money from the customers you already have. So grab the free book. The link is in the show notes, and I want you to read it. Take a look at your business while you're going through it and start asking yourself, where is my money actually going? Because once you can answer that simple question, you can start doing something about it. Remember, profit isn't an accident. If this hit, there is a reason. Most businesses aren't broken. They just don't have clear visibility into where the money's actually going. So if you want help finding it, grab my free Profit Edge playbook or book a quick session with me. You'll find everything in the show notes. And if you haven't already, follow the show so you don't miss what's next.